After Doug just stole the ball away from me mid-show, which is awesome. As we mentioned, joining us now is head coach of the Spartans, Derrick Clubb. And, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by today.
Coach.
Hey, thanks,
Congrats
guys.
on the win. We showed you some highlights of it in overtime. Talk to us about that game. It was your first game of the year, correct?
Yeah, first game for both teams. It was, I think Coach Willett would say, his typical first game, pretty sloppy. Offensively, it was missing shots you hope you make later in the year, and maybe one guy cut the wrong way and realized it. It just, execution for offense is always the last thing that comes. Both teams played really hard, though, and competed.
Well, Coach, one thing me and Doug were kind of talking about that's interesting about basketball, at least early on this time of year, when you get some of those football guys back, how long does it take them to get into basketball shape? I know you got a couple of guys that played football.
Basketball shape is the most unique thing to me. We've got a freshman who is a really good soccer player, and the first day in the gym, we were worried about him. And you know he's in great shape because soccer players are in fabulous shape. It's just a different kind of shape. I guess we'd need an exercise scientist to tell us the difference, but I guess just a constant stop and start. But football guys, our football team was so successful, and what those guys bring is just, they've won this year, and they walk in the gym, and kids don't see different sports. They see the school. So we're really excited about our football players. They come in expecting to do well, and our baseball team did the same thing. So we've got a bunch of baseball players on a basketball team that they expect to do well. So the shape will probably take 2 or 3 weeks, but we'll get them there.
Well, you kind of talked about it a little bit. Some of the other teams did really well. Not that would add any certain pressure to the basketball side, but do you guys feel like, all right, we want to step up and show that, hey, football did really well, baseball did really well. We don't want to let let the momentum down.
The good thing about the state of Kentucky, your boys basketball is not a big deal. So there's never any pressure on us. But if I had $1 for every time Terry Cook or Coach Decker walked by me and give me that look, like if you don't do well or something, they'll say, well, we got to have a meeting today just to joke with you, because everybody else is really what's happened since baseball is we're just competitive. Obviously you want to win every game, but I think if you follow our sports, we just really competitive this year. I mean, our football team played Warren East extremely well. Warren East is a great football team. So we're getting to where we're competitive with everybody in the area, and I hope that's true for us the next couple months.
Now, Coach, your team last year, you didn't have any seniors on your team.
Well, we did have some seniors. We played. We had Josh Bartley, Heath Holloman.
That's right. Okay.
And then we had Colin Alex Wilkin and Emmanuel Igbunwe.
That's right. This year, though, you've got it's a year later. McDaniel, you've got some guys, you got some height, you've got that extra year, where they've got more experience underneath their belt. And last season, you had some really good games. We did.
We couldn't. Coach Decker said it best. He said, "You guys are good enough to be in every game, but you just hadn't found a way to win yet." And the thing about Allen County that I thought was good for us, when they tied it up, we went to overtime. That's the kind of game last year maybe we couldn't fight our way out of. Yeah. But we struck first in overtime and kind of built a little bit of a lead. Actually, probably the biggest lead we'd had all night after we'd had that adversity. And to me, that's definitely a difference, and I think the experience is one of the reasons.
Well, you mentioned, trying to win kind of close games, learning how to win. I'm sure you kind of talked on the football guys help with that because they've won. Do you kind of also hope those football guys come in and kind of be your bruisers, go up there and grab the rebounds? Contact's nothing new to them?
Well, that's probably I don't know. Our football guys, we'll have 2 upperclassmen that'll play quite a bit, and Drew Wilkin and Joel Igbunwe. He likes to be called Iggy. But they're great kids, and they look like they've been lifting weights all their life. So they're both really strong, and they don't shy away from contact. So. And
how tall is Iggy?
Iggy's probably 6'2". He's probably 6'2", depending on if he's combed his hair. Then it could be 6'3.5".
Are we going to see anyone on the team? Can they get up and try to dunk? I know when I played high school, it's what everyone tried to do in practice was show that we could get up and dunk.
Well, we try to explain to them that a dunk only counts if there's somebody around you. Like if you get a breakaway and you go dunk it, that really doesn't count. So I don't know if we have anybody that's going to dunk on someone this year. I'm afraid we're going to have a few that try. I just hope it's not with 2 seconds to go and us down 1. So.
All right, well, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the time. Good luck.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach.
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
it.
All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap things up. Stay tuned. You're watching Sports Connection.